Hey y'all, what's going on? It is Barb Meets World. I am here again to give you guys some more updates, some more details on the Married to Medicine reunion trailer. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who's been allegedly demoted, who will not be returning, and some new additions, allegedly. All of this information is alleged, as always, you guys. But before we get into all of that, why don't you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me? It helps me get all up in the algorithm. It pushes my content out to other viewers, such as yourself. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Go ahead and check out my description box below. You will find all of my social medias there, as well as any other pertinent information, Amazon storefronts, wish lists, etc., etc. So, you guys, it's just too much to keep up with at this point. Where am I at? Hold on. Here I am. It's just way too much to keep up with at this point. There's a lot going on down on the Bravo streets. So we have to get into it. Hey, Kimmy Nicole. My favorite has come through, and I appreciate it as always. It's been a lot, you guys. So let's get right on into it. There's my banner. Okay, cool. Starting off with let's start off with the potential cast for this upcoming season. Let me share my screen. Season 16, Sweet 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Actually, where is it? Please tell me I didn't delete it. Uh-oh. Okay, no, here we are. Okay. So, as you guys see right here, this is the alleged cast lineup that we're going to be working with going into season 16. That would include Portia. We already got confirmation that she's coming back. That's not alleged. Kenya also will be coming back. She's been, dropping little dimes here and there, kind of along the lines of she's going to come back, but it hasn't been officially confirmed. So we'll just have to see, right? Shamia, I thought this was interesting because I've always heard that Shamia was never a full cast member, a full housewife, because her husband didn't want to do that or whatever. And, we got to have the husbands on board when it comes to housewives because they want to see all your business. So it was kind of interesting to see her name pop up across here because I'm like, okay, that's different. That's definitely not what I have, heard. I don't know. Do you guys want to see Shamia in a more full-time capacity? How do we feel about that? A lot of people are like, well, Candy left, so how is it possible? Like, why would Shamia be coming back and stuff? And I'm just like, well, you guys do realize that originally Shamia was brought on and everything. She was always supposed to be Portia's best friend. So that dynamic still stands as, Portia's still going to be on this season. So I could see how that could be, a befitting inclusion. Drew is probably the only person at this point that we have heard nothing confirmed about. We haven't heard a peep about anything. Does she still have, I wonder if she still has it in her bio. Let me look real quick. Does she still have RHOA in her bio? Because the investigators, that's always one thing they look for. Public figure, passionate dreamer. No, it doesn't say anything about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But again, you guys, I don't officially know. Maybe it never said that. So don't get me wrong. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Don't get me wrong there. I mean, if Drew comes back, I'm not against it. I know people are going to want to see more about her divorce and all of that. And we know her soon to be ex-husband loves to have his face plastered all up in the camera. He loves to be in the mix. So that's the only reason why I wasn't so excited for her to come back, because I just want that chapter to be closed for her. He's not somebody that I want to lay my eyes on screen anymore. That ship completely has sailed for me. So I was never really like, okay, Drew definitely has to come back. I want to see everything that goes on with the divorce. Like it's not that for me. So Drew was one of the ones that I could leave or, take. As far as the alleged new additions, we have Angela Reed, which I have gathered that she apparently is married to a former NBA player by the name of Charles Oakley. Don't know too much about her, but I mean, hey, if the shoe fits, then wear it. And then we also got information about Akila Coleman, friend of Kenya, who's also Tevin Coleman's wife. He's an NFL player as well. She's apparently supposed to be joining the cast. And last season, we got some glimpses of her. She's always kind of been in the background, at least during these last couple seasons. So I think that could be interesting. There could be something there apparently. And I want to say one of her children, let me see if I can find it because I don't want to misspeak. Akila. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Philanthropist, humanitarian, African American, and Palestinian. NFL wife, twin mom, sickle cell advocate. So it does seem like she has a lot going on in her personal life, which is why a lot of people were advocating for her to come on the show last season. I think there could be a lot there, and she's already intertwined into the mix with the other ladies. They already obviously know who she is and stuff. So I think that could be a good fit. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments. And last but not least, Britt Edie. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She apparently owns an insurance company and is married. Didn't find any details on her husband. However, she used to date Rick Ross, apparently. Who didn't used to date Rick Ross? Anyway. Don't know how she fits into the mix, but I'm all here for new inclusions. I am fully in support of bringing in some new faces, some fresh faces, getting rid of the old and bringing in just a new freshness. This show needs a facelift, and I think by bringing on a couple of new ladies while still having the Portias and the Kenyas of it all, I think it could be a good mashup. I really do. Sheree apparently, and you guys probably saw based on my thumbnail, she apparently has been demoted, so to speak, and she will just now be a friend of. And I think that works a lot better for Sheree. Like, you see how Courtney was causing so much issues last season, and who was Sheree's other friend? I can't remember her name, that was doing the most, the absolute most. Oh, I can't remember her name. It's escaping me right now, but who cares? Anyway, I think that those are Sheree's folks, because she acts like that and she could now fill that role. We don't need Sheree in a full capacity. We don't need her at all, honestly. But we need to see her in bits and pieces because she doesn't give enough in a full capacity, y'all. She doesn't. And for the ones that really, love her and love seeing her on here, please let me know in the comments below why that is, because she just doesn't ever give us. She gives us a whole bunch of nothing every single season she's brought on. So that's why I don't really know why she keeps coming back. I don't really know why they keep asking her back. I really don't, y'all. Please. Please, it's been 16 seasons. Can somebody please let me know why they keep bringing her back? Anyway, and you're probably wondering, we have a couple other faces that we don't see right now. What's going on with that? And that is because both Marlo and Sonia apparently have not been asked back for this season. And Marlo actually divulged more reasons why and gave us a little bit of insight as to why she has made, this exit. According to the Shade Room, my contract with Real Housewives of Atlanta ended when season 15 wrapped, says Hampton. This break from RHOA is a fresh start, allowing me the space to participate in new creative entertainment projects focused on my future and not reliving my past. My nephews are transitioning into pivotal stages of their academic adolescence, and I am focused on my representation in their eyes. Okay. And getting back to showing my multifaceted lifestyle of philanthropy, fashion, and fabulosity. I am thankful for this amazing platform of Housewives, which has allowed me to bring awareness to foster care, my nonprofit Glam It Up Inc., and showcase my fashion showroom, Les Archive. I look forward to my continued relationship with Bravo and NBC Universal. Okay, it doesn't say that she has any things in the works as far as any scripted series or any other additional deals or anything like that with the network. So this does seem like it's just she's out there, she's out the door with it. I feel like her language, it seems more so that she took it upon herself not to come back rather than them not asking her back. Do you guys get what I'm saying by that? And I don't know. I kind of want to know, definitely, did you just not want to come? Was this your doing, or because they asked you not to come back? Like, which one is it? Because those carry two totally different messages, two totally different tunes, if you ask me. And I don't believe Sonia has said anything. I don't think she released a statement or anything like that. Let me go check her. Because I'm telling you guys, if you have not been paying attention, it's like something new every 5 seconds. So let me just go check and see, make sure there's nothing I missed. No. And I know Sonia does have a following, of course. That's why she came on the show in the first place, obviously. However, I have to say, she didn't make a huge splash for me, y'all. She didn't. It was just lackluster for me. Yes, she had the makings of a really great housewife, but it just fell flat when she came on screen. And I felt like that, honestly, since the first season she was on. And then we tried again, and it still wasn't really giving for me. So I'm sorry to say, I'm not sad to see her go. I know she did just have a baby boy. So there was, I guess, potential there for a storyline, and I believe her family had moved out of the home, so we kind of could have gotten more insight into that. But I guess she was better on her standalone show. Didn't watch it. If y'all watched it, let me know in the comments below. Do you feel like she's better on her own, or do you feel like she's better a part of an ensemble cast like on RHOA here? For me, again, it just wasn't giving her. She just wasn't giving as a housewife for me. So I'm good. Next. What else? What else with the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Oh, how could I forget? Going back to more Portia and Simon BS, y'all. I say BS because I don't know. I'm not going to know anything until I know something concrete with them. Still not surprised at all. Still kind of like, I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of seeing it as though she possibly could have been doing this as a part of her storyline. And by this, I mean filing for divorce, because literally just last week, the contract was finalized or whatever. She signed on a dotted line, whatever. They shook hands, everything was good. And then just this week, she did come out and say, or she did file for divorce. So it's just kind of like, I see what people are saying now. It was all very much in a sequence. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it was in a sequence. So, and no, Portia, she's not one to shy away from antics. That's why everyone loves her so much, and why she's always been asked back since she's made her exit a couple seasons ago. So I can definitely see this being done, as a means of making her exit out of the marriage. And I'm not saying that to be malicious whatsoever. We see a lot of housewives, actually, it's been confirmed over the years that a lot of them come on the show to leave their husbands. But in Portia's case, though, that honestly should never been your husband, if you ask me. I never saw what y'all had in common. I never really saw y'all lasting forever and ever and ever. But yeah, okay. But going more into what's going on between them, y'all, let me go ahead and share my screen again. Right here. Okay. So again, divorcing after 15 months of marriage, la-di-da-di-da. So I saw this yesterday first, and I was like, here we go with the dramatics of it all. Like, get out of here. And I feel like he's smiling. I feel like he's looking into my soul right now up in that top corner. And I don't know how I feel about that. So let me hurry up and get through this. Will stop loving my wife when divorce is final. Like, goodbye. Exactly. Y'all holding up the prayer line for this type of foolishness? Like, get out of here with that. Y'all probably right next to each other, big teeth. They do have matching veneers. So maybe that's what they had in common. The matching veneers of it all, right? It's just I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. I wouldn't really count this as them speaking out about the divorce and stuff. I think this is just the dramatics that follow when you have such characters as Portia and Simon. And then Portia also said on her story, "Thank you for your prayers and support, PW." PW? But just last week I thought it was PG. And I'm not talking about PG County. I'm talking about Portia Gubadia. So would pick one, choose one. It's just so all over the place for me, y'all. I don't know what to think. But for me, this just gave dramatics and trying to hold on to the 15 minutes of fame, so to speak, that they are both receiving right now since the divorce announcement was made. Y'all let me know in the comments what you guys think of these little cries for attention is what I'm going to call it. And I believe that is all I have, you guys, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's move right on into Married to Medicine. I really wish I could, of course, play the trailer. I can't because y'all know why. Y'all know I ain't trying to get my channel shut down, nothing like that by Bravo. But what I will say in regards to the trailer is it looks like it's gonna be a good reunion, and I'm really looking forward to that, being as though we got quite a few filler episodes this season, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think about that. Yeah, we got quite a few filler episodes that I was just kind of over. So it's good to know that we might make up for that in this 3-part reunion. It is 3 parts. That's been confirmed. So Heavenly and Sweet Tea, they actually were going at it yesterday. Oh, how could I forget to bring that up? We're gonna get into that too. But they were going at it a little bit. And I'm not surprised by that at all. We know all season they've been kind of like oil and water. So I don't really know what more needs to be said, but according to, let me hurry up and pull that up while we're going through this. They were going at it. I'm not exactly sure what started it other than reunion drama, but I know they exchanged some words via social media last night. So I know I saved what Dr. Heavenly said, y'all. Give me a second. And while I'm doing that, y'all go ahead and do me a favor and like the video. Okay, y'all. So this is what I wanted to pull up, which will kind of give us a little insight into what they may have been beefing about on the reunion. Man at FUCK ... sweet tea ... her, she doesn't have anything to come for ... but her man does. Leave me alone. I will let have #married to med. What? This actually just pissed me off because I don't even understand what that even says, but okay. Child Heavenly taking all her anger out on Dr. G, not a pedo and Pinky's. What? Like, I don't even know. Okay, whatever. Oh, that is definitely not. Where'd it go? Right here. I don't really understand. But apparently, I guess these tweets followed. Dr. G is not respected in the community, and that's real talk. Original hashtag petty. What? Dr. G is not respecting community, and that's real talk. Abuser controlling pinky size, teen daddy married to med. Yeah, I wish I could play what they're saying, but now how does Sweet Tea know that Dr. Heavenly isn't respected in the medical community when you just got there? Yeah, so Dr. Heavenly's tweets and stuff were in response to what Sweet Tea said. It was tacky and ghetto to announce that at a medical gala. This is why she isn't respected in the medical community. I had secondhand embarrassment from Dennis the Menace. That is funny. I can't not laugh at that. That's funny. Dr. G is not respecting community. My only issue with this is, as it appears, Sweet Tea said what she wanted to say first or whatever. But my thing is, Heavenly, and I want to say in the past, she has showcased that she is not about to go toe to toe and argue with a man or whatever. She, is very traditional in her views, so to speak, or whatever. So I'm just kind of confused as to why she would then feel comfortable in this situation to bring up or bring Dr. G into it when her and Sweet Tea are going at it. Like, if I was her, I would just shade Sweet Tea. I wouldn't bring Dr. G into it, because then Dr. G gets brought into it, then Damon gets brought into it, then it just opens it up for so much more mess. But again, not really surprised, because Heavenly has a way of getting herself wedged in some weird situations, if you ask me. I'm looking forward to tonight's season finale. I will say that. As far as more things that the trailer revealed, Heavenly and Sweet Tea, already talked about that. Toya and Quad, they go at it. Not surprised about that one bit. I knew if Quad was going to get into it with anybody, which I'm sure several of the ladies are going to have things to say to her about it, or things to say to Quad. I was 100% sure that Toya was going to be the ringleader in that, possibly followed by Simone, most likely. And Phaedra even dropped in her 2 cents. And I want to say she referred to Quad, or she drew a comparison between Quad and the Titanic, you know, being a sinking ship or whatever. And I'm just like, that was nasty. I just, again, it'll never sit right with me how they went about ushering her on out the door. And I say that with full knowledge of the things in that Quad did in the past. I'm not saying that there weren't wrongdoings on both sides, but how they handled her this season was very distasteful, if you ask me, and no one can change my mind on that. Kimma, of course, let me get the eye roll out first. Every time I hear his name, I just get irritated. He gets asked some very applicable questions. You know, we know how he thinks. We don't need to get into all that right now. We know how he thinks. He was asked some questions about, you know, oral, because we know that doesn't go down in their household one way or the other. And I'm hoping that by the reunion, he has seen. I'm really going out on a limb here, y'all, by saying this, I know, but I really hope that now that he's seen these episodes played back, he sees, you know, how he carries himself and how his logic is translated on screen, and how it's not been well received by pretty much everybody I've watched review wise. Kind of feels the same and kind of was like grossed out by his way of thinking and his ideals. So I'm hoping that now that he has seen the show back, because sometimes that actually works in people's favor. They get on these shows, they see how, you know, they're not even being portrayed. They see how they're representing themselves on said shows, and they do the personal development that they need off screen, and then they come back the next season and it's like a whole different person. So I'm hoping we get that. But at the same time, I'm saying next season, y'all let me know in the comments, do you guys think that Dr. Alicia and by proxy Kimla are going to come back next season? Do you guys think that? I don't really, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I'm leaning more towards no right now, just because I was going out on a limb just now and saying that I hope he gets his acts together now that he's seeing himself on screen. But she seems like somebody who is complacent or complicit with being in an environment that only sucks from her but doesn't really pour back into her. From what we've seen on screen, y'all, I'm not saying that they don't have some good days in their marriage and that is just so horrible behind closed doors. But what I've noticed is that she, instead of sticking true to how she feels deep down inside, she masks it or cleans it up when she's either in front of him or when she's in front of the other ladies. She goes into defense mode. And I get it. One of us like to hear our significant others, spouses, partners. None of us like to hear those individuals being talked about negatively or anything like that. But actually, no one was even talking about him negatively, y'all. He brought that on himself, but whatever. I'm not about to get on soapbox or all that. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'm not sure though. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do you guys think that she'll come back. Do you guys want to see her come back? Her being Dr. Alicia. Phaedra and Dr. G, the trailer revealed that we're going to kind of talk about the history of their relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it. Don't really care. He is married to Sweet Tea now. I didn't really care about that when it was brought up the first time. Wouldn't be surprised. Sure, we're not going to get the 100% truth but from either of them. So why are we really talking about it? Damon cheating allegations. This has always been something that kind of comes back every season, I feel like. And that's also something that I don't think we're ever going to completely get the truth on either. And I say that because I don't feel like Dr. Heavenly, as much as she is willing to get down and freaking messy and bring up stuff or say the things that one shouldn't necessarily say on camera or even off camera or anything like that, she's always going to play that role because she wants the show to continue to thrive or whatever, which I don't have an issue with at all. But in doing so, she's never going to couple that with bringing forth anything negative that may have occurred in her marriage. So that's another thing that unless we get some real truth and some transparency and some clarity once and for all about it, don't really care about that. Dr. Simone roaring from her trap. That's nothing different than we get on a regular weekly show. No surprise there. Alicia and Toya, they go at it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's the messy person inside of me, the little messy person I got, deep down inside of me, y'all. I'm excited to see that part because, and I love how Toya didn't even get upset about it because if we're being 100% true and frank, y'all, Toya and Eugene have the best marriage on the show. If you ask me from outside looking in, they have the most healthy looking, so to speak. They have the most positive. They seem like they genuinely both like each other. That's what I get from their marriage. And because of that, I think that's why Toya didn't really spend any time getting really upset or worked up about how Alicia was trying to counter comfort her, I should say, in last week's episode or anytime anything was ever mentioned about Alicia's marriage or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not really understanding why she's bringing up penis size. I know why she's bringing up penis size, y'all. Obviously, I've watched the show at this point, so I know where that all has been derived from. But again, I think that Alicia's just going to go into the whole denial, and she's just going to come out swinging because she's going to probably feel a little bit of attacked as it pertains to her marriage. And the last thing I annotated, y'all, is Apollo Nida. We have already got confirmation that he was going to be joining his ex-wife, Phaedra Parks, on this reunion stage after they haven't been, I forget what season that was of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but they haven't been sharing a space on screen since then. So I'm since it's been filmed, since we doing a damn thing, I am kind of interested in seeing what everybody has been wanting to see between them for so long now. Everybody keeps bringing up his name and asking questions about them, their co-parenting, how to get along or don't get along, or people want to see more into that dynamic. So I think they obviously had a conversation beforehand. I don't think that he's going to turn down an opportunity to be in front of nobody's camera, but I think it was more so Phaedra saying like, look, can you just come up here and do this? I need you to come do this because they gonna keep asking, and I really do not feel like being bothered. So let's just give it, like, instead of giving a whole chocolate chip cookie, she just throws out the single chocolate chip. This is her single chocolate chip she's throwing out to us to keep us interested, to keep us pining for more of her on screen and stuff like that. I think this is why she is finally deciding to sit down and have this conversation in front of all these thousands of viewers, because people have been asking for so long, y'all, to see this conversation between them and stuff. So I think this will be putting an end to that chapter. I think this will be like, hey, y'all don't ask me no more. Y'all got what you asked for. I ain't giving it no more. Don't ask me no freaking more. And I mean, I get it from that angle then. Business is business at the end of the day, right? I want to say, yeah, Married to Medicine trailer. The only other thing I guess we can quickly hit on, y'all, is where is it? Oh, right here. This reunion seating. Okay, so as we see, Andy, then we got Simone and Jackie flanking his sides. And then we have Toya Heavenly, followed by Sweet Tea Phaedra, and Alicia and Quad bringing up the rear. I'm not surprised by this seating. Do I think it really is the best choice for seating? No, but being as though this was supposed to be a big season for them, this is season 10. This is all about, this is supposed to be a full circle season for them, I guess, so to speak. Not surprised why they did it like this. It was obviously, we know that Simone and Jackie are like the top two, OGs of the OG. Like they are supposed to be the ones that are ultimately in charge of the girls, I guess you could say. So of course we're gonna have them right next to Andy because of that, and that being the only reason, honestly, because what did we get from Simone this season other than her trying to kick her boys out the house, and this trip, yeah, other than kicking the boys out the house, what did we really get from Simone? And also for Jackie, we got a lot of business insight from Jackie, but I mean, we see how that all fizzled out. And I hope, since she's sitting to right next to Andy, he shouldn't have any issue turning to her and asking her about the things that have unfolded on social media over the last few months as it pertains to Dr. Jacqueline Walters. So again, not surprised they're sitting there. Also not surprised that Toya and Heavenly are on the sides as well, because they are kind of next in line as far as OGs go. Completely understand that. And then we got Sweet Tea and Quad. Oh my gosh. We got Sweet Tea and Phaedra next to them, which of course, Sweet Tea, she's new. So of course she's going to be maybe not right next to Andy, of course. Well, I mean, actually, well, unless you're on Salt Lake City. I mean, Monica, that was her first season. She was right there. But again, going with the flow of how they were trying to set this reunion up, because of what this season represented, I understood that as well. And yeah, Phaedra, of course, too, on the other side of that. And because we got the least from Dr. Alicia as far as scene-wise, she was new, and all of that in between, she's of course going to come last on one side, whilst Quad, who was only appeared in a handful, not even a handful, a fingers full of of episodes this season, of course she's going to be at the end then. And if she had been placed anywhere else, they were going to have an issue with it anyway. So they're trying to push her out. So that seat represents the seat closest to the door anyway. So again, wasn't surprised across the board. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you guys think about how they organize the seating. Let me know what you guys thought about the trailer. If you caught that, let me know what you guys thought about the cast looks too. If you haven't watched my video on the cast looks, go ahead, check that out. I did it a few days ago and we had a really good time in there. So definitely check that out, because the fashions, that was a whole other can of worms, y'all. We talked about Sonia and Marlo they're no longer going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I ain't upset at all. I don't think I said, but Marlo, she was more liked when she was just a friend of, at least for me, and for actually a lot of you. From what I see in the comments, a lot of us felt like Marlo shouldn't be a peach holder, because as soon as she got it almost like it went to her head or something. She just turned into this very unlikable person. And I think that she should have, it sucks, because a lot of us were excited that she had finally gotten a peach after so many seasons as a friend of, y'all. I was excited, but by halfway through her first season as a peach holder, I was over it, because it was just super unlikable. She's not a reader. She's not somebody that really even has a lot of smarts, if you ask me, based on the way that she freaking throws herself out there and the things that she says, her actions. It was just very unlikable for me time and time again. So that's why I'm saying, okay, girl, you're talking like you voluntarily chose to not come back, but something tells me this could have been a little involuntary for me. But okay. And Sonia as well. We talked about that. Not upset there. Sheree, definitely not upset there. They could have did her one better and just gave her complete wallpapers, if you ask me, not just her part-time hours. And we talked about the cast shakeups as well, with the new additions being was it Angela Reed, Britt Eady, Akila Coleman, Shamia Morton. This is all, again, y'all, alleged. Just giving you guys what I have came across as far as updates. And yeah, talked about Marlo's response. And yeah, that's all, you guys. That is all I have got. If you have nothing else for me, please go ahead and like the video before you guys head on out. And if you guys will be catching this on the replay, please, y'all, let me please go ahead and hit that like button for your girl. I really, really appreciate it. The channel appreciates it. My analytics appreciate it. All of the above. So go ahead and do that. Share me with your folks. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I also have a secondary channel, which I will actually be editing and posting a video this week for my second channel, which is actually scrolling across the bottom right now, Barb Meets FBLE, which stands for Fashion, Beauty, Lifestyle, etc. Make sure you follow me over there if you appreciate that type of content as well. Follow me on my socials. I will be live tweeting tonight. It is at BarbMeetsWorld, at BarbMeetsWorld on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So make sure you guys are following me there as well, because we had a key last week. I know I did. I went viral last week with one of my tweets. I'm trying to make it happen again, okay? Because I don't hold back no punches when I watch these shows. So if y'all are down to have a good time as the show airs tonight, let me know. Tonight will being Married to Medicine, the season finale, and then we also have The Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, that's how the Real Housewives of Potomac. We're winding down over there as well. So I will be, there'll be no holds barred with these tweets tonight. So please, y'all, go ahead and follow me over there as well. Also going to be editing a TikTok as soon as I hit end on this live. So make sure you're following me on TikTok as well. Y'all, I enjoyed making this little quick update for you guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. What is going on with this? Sorry, y'all. Shemar has been. Bye, y'all.